Then we're realizing that our problem in America, that we are black Americans, and we have a problem that goes beyond religion. We formed a group known as the Organization of Afro-American Unity. And the objective of this organization is non-religious, number one. Any Negro can belong to it. And the objective of that organization is to bring about a condition that will guarantee respect and recognition of the 22 million black Americans as human beings. We feel that the problem, number one, of the black man in America is beyond America's ability to solve. It's a human problem, not an American problem or a Negro problem. And as a human problem or a world problem, we feel that it should be taken out of the jurisdiction of the United States government and the United States courts and taken into the United Nations in the same manner that the problems of the black man in South Africa, Angola, and other parts of the world, and even the way they're trying to bring the problems of the Jews in Russia into the United Nations because of violation of human rights. We believe that our problem is one not of violation of civil rights, but a violation of human rights. Not only are we denied the right to be a citizen in the United States, we're denied the right to be a human being.
Malcolm X, Malcolm Little from Harlem, off the break. So you already know what this is. If you don't know what this is by watching the beginning of this video, then this channel ain't for you. I'll tell you that right now. But it's a lot going on, man. You feel me? And I ain't feeling this shit with Kyrie Irving at all. Like, not a little bit. You feel me? Because they made my man apologize, man. So if people wondering what's up with the title, it's like, what the fuck you mean? Apologies. Story of Black America. Yeah, because that's really what it is. That's really what it is, y'all. And if you're new to this channel, I'm just letting you know, this ain't that. I ain't them other guys. You feel me? Like, we keep it real. We probably gonna straddle the fence a little bit. We gonna step over the line, you know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna do all that. That's how we rocking over here. We're gonna talk about music. We're gonna talk about reality, like stuff that's really going on in the streets that affect the community. Yeah, we do all that. Keep it G blogging, man. You ain't finding this nowhere else on YouTube. We in 2 different algorithms. But yeah, man, I ain't like the fact that he apologized, man. And every time I see a black man or a black person apologize for some shit that they say, this will pop into my mind.
Kyrie Irving addressed Jewish families and communities with a long-awaited apology, writing, "I am deeply sorry to have caused you pain, and I apologize."
On behalf of myself, I just want to let you guys know I apologize. I didn't intend, any harm or any hatred towards any people.
DaBaby ends his statement apologizing to the LGBTQ+ community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. "I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, he says.
I want to apologize for generalizing, number one, and I want to apologize for comments that were looked at as anti-Semitic.
Former Ravens wide receiver Torrey Smith is issuing an apology tonight. After talking with some of my friends and members of the Jewish community, I would like to apologize for the hurt that some people have experienced from my tweet.
Now, words matter, and mine are no exception. I regret my comments, as I said, and I stand corrected. I also stand with the Jewish people, as they know, and y'all know, because I've always done that.
Josh is a Jewish guy that I love with the bottom of my soul. There's no way I can have hate for any Jewish person in my life. And I had to explain that because out of 42 years of my life, there's no evidence that I showed anything else but love.
First and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin.
Explanations and subsequent apologies fell short. Nick lost his deal with Viacom CBS and stepped away from a daily radio show. An upcoming talk show was put on ice.
I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't doing no goddamn apology. I'm standing on everything that I say. Now look, I'm not gonna get into if they was right or if they was wrong. You feel me? So we ain't disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying that, yo, everybody have a right to say what the fuck it is they need to say. You feel me? Like, why is people getting censored for saying some things that's true? Now, if you wrong, you wrong. There's nothing wrong with apologizing. But if you're in a situation where you firmly believe what you're saying is facts, and you read and you can back this up with proof, yo, it shouldn't be no reason to apologize, man. Flat out. It should not be no reason to apologize, yo. Like, I don't understand why we in this place in America, yo, where everybody's feelings gotta be coddled. Except for blacks. You feel me? That's the thing. Everybody's feelings is coddled except for us. People can say what they want, how they want, when they want, and there's no repercussions. You think I'm lying? Look at this.
The state auditor has said Favre is part of the worst case of public corruption in Mississippi history. At least $77 million in welfare funds were diverted from the poorest people in America's poorest state. Favre hasn't been criminally charged, and he has denied any wrongdoing.
There's a culture.
What is
People feel certain things. Hispanics feel certain things towards blacks. Blacks feel certain things towards other groups. It's been that way historically, and it will always be that way.
But it's not that way in my heart and in my mind.
But maybe you want to adjust to the world.
But why? If the world doesn't do anything for me and they don't make me happy.
You're right. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue.
I can't be racist in my heart.
And that's good. I'm living in a culture, and I have to live within the culture. So that's the way it is. That's how I got it. I got the whole message.
Is it a benefit to me? Does it matter if they're white or blue or yellow?
I guess that you don't know that. Maybe you're stupid. Maybe you don't know what people think of you. It does matter, yeah. It matters. You told me you were going to remove those. You said, yes, I understand you. I mean, you change from day to day. Wow. So painful. Wow.
People call you and tell you that I have black people on my Instagram, and it bothers you.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
You want me to have hate towards black people?
I don't want you to have hate. That's what people do. They turn things around. I want you to love them privately. In your whole life, every day you could be with them. Every single day of your life.
But not in public?
But why publicize it on the Instagram, and why bring it to my games?
I know Donald Sterling lost the team, but he ain't apologized. Brett Favre still standing on the fact that he didn't know where this money came from, even though it's evidence. I did a video on it. You can check it. It's evidence that he knows for sure where this money is coming from. Or what they say, at least have an idea. He knew what he was doing, but he's standing on it. And there's no backlash, no canceling. He's not losing no money. You feel me? He's not losing no money. And I get it. People, you know, people wonder like, yo, so what these people supposed to do? Like, they taking everything. They canceling them. They losing money. Some of these people are losing everything, i.e. Kanye West. But I'm going to tell you this. Ice Cube know how to handle it.
What do you say to people who look at things like this and think that while you're calling for civil rights, that allegedly you're also sharing this kind of material?
Well, you know, I looked at that picture, and the picture, you know, pains me just as much as it pains the Jewish community. You know, I've seen real pictures of people who are used as furniture. You know, I have an example here of people who are being used as furniture. I hope you can see that, but he's actually sitting on a black kid. And you know, I have another one of, you know, these images here are the images that haunt me at night. So, you know, I know the picture is painful for other people for other reasons. You know, I didn't know the history of that picture when I put it up. I just saw the people at the bottom, and it really pained me.
You see how Ice Cube handled that? He didn't disrespect nobody. But he just was like, yo, y'all want me to be sensitive to y'all trauma and to y'all history. Why not be sensitive to mine? Somebody told me a long time ago, yo, you should always have a line ready for some people. There's not how like when motherfuckers call you talking about their problems, but you know they really want money. So what you do is you talk about your problems. Yeah, man. Man, yo, somebody call you, yeah, man, you know my lights cut out, man, I gotta pay my car, man, they repossessed my car. That's how you come back with that. We can go problem for problem if that's what you want. You feel me? Like, flat out. We all got trauma. We all got history, especially as a people. But our history get disrespected continuously, repeatedly, with no consequence. Now, I'm not disrespecting nobody. So this ain't that. I'm just pointing out the glaring differences in how we handle these situations. And it's not fair. Because you got Kyrie Irving, this man issued an apology. Donated $500,000. And they still saying it's not enough. He still got suspended. So it begs the question, why apologize? Flat out. That's why, yo, everything you say, yo, and I said this before and I'm going to say it again until people get it. Everything you say should be well thought out. So you ready to face any backlash that come your way because this is how you feel. Stand on what you believe in. That's what we used to do. But now people got so used to the materialistic things, they don't want to lose it. So is it better to lose your morals, your principle, your mind, or your money? That's the question. Because I don't think some of these people can sleep at night, man. Because if you notice, in a lot of these apologies, they're not getting on screen. They're not making videos. They putting out tweets. They going on Instagram. So that lets you know how they really feel right there. But if that's how you feel, why apologize at all? That's where I'm at with it. But I ain't gonna be too long, y'all. I just want to know how y'all feel about this, man. Is it anybody I left out? Because I know it's a lot of apologies out there, man. Comment the apologies that I left out in the comments, man. Flat out, because shit, I might go back and look at them too, man. Because this is ridiculous, y'all. And we looking real bad as a people, y'all. We don't stand on nothing. And then you got black people attacking black people. Shaq, Charles Barkley, others. I don't be feeling that, yo. I don't, man. Yo, if we don't stand with each other, who we gonna stand with? We can't uplift each other until we start standing together, right or wrong. You seen what just happened with that Parkland shooter? Killed 17 people. All white jewelry. Spared him the death penalty. But Kyrie, take me out.
Are you sorry for the hurt that your post caused people?
I take my responsibility for posting that. Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, and the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary. So, I'm taking my responsibility.
It seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing, or did you not apologize?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
What are the specific things in the documentary that you don't believe are true and that you don't believe represent your lives?
I think some of the criticism of the Jewish faith in the community, for sure. Some points made in there that were unfortunate.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Surprised that I did hurt people?
Are you surprised that reaction and some of the things that you did hurt people?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid? figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America. Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. Me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing. So I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class. And I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. I'm glad that I can stand on the truth because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth. And I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary, you look it up, right? Just one of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in a book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.